Come on guys, Dwayne here with How to Build Credit TV, and I am back again for another lunchtime live stream. In this live stream video, I'm going to be talking about how I was able to make over $31,000 in 1 week trading in the stock market. So this video is a little bit different than I normally do on this channel. I normally talk about credit cards, and how to make money using credit cards, but I recently started to dabble with the stock market. So if you are interested in those things, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss any videos in the future. So I've been trading some stocks here since Friday, the Friday before Memorial Day. So let me see when that was, just because I'm curious. I don't know off the top of my head. Friday the 29th, May 29th. So I've been trading since, no, I'm lying. 22nd, May 22nd. Memorial Day was the 25th. So I started trading stocks on May 22nd. So today is my second week, but really I didn't do anything that Friday, May 22nd. I did. I bought some shares and I lost a lot of money, and I made a video talking about that, how I ended up losing like $3,600 literally from the first set of shares that I bought, that I chose to invest in. So anyway, I wanted to just kind of share my experiences so far in regards to the stock market. So I'm by no means a professional. I don't claim to be a guru when it comes to the stock market. I'm very aware that I have a lot to learn. Like, I still have a whole lot to learn, and my goal is to try to be a day trader or a swing trader. Sometimes I will probably hold my position with a particular company overnight, and then kind of see what happens. I don't plan on cutting my losses as much. I plan on buying shares with companies that are really solid and really stable. Whatever that means, because because you never know when someone's going to file bankruptcy, and when a company files bankruptcy, it totally kills you as far as stocks are concerned. So so that's my goal. My goal is just to take small pieces here and there in regards to making some money. So what I want to do before I keep going in the video here is I want to just go straight over to my Robinhood account, and I have it on my phone, which I like a lot better than my desktop, but I will go ahead and just use the desktop version because it's easier for you guys to see. All right, so I'm over on my Robinhood account right now, and the reason why I wanted to jump right on over here right now is because I wanted to show you guys kind of what I have experienced. Now, when it comes to the stock market, man, I have a long way to go as far as learning how to manage my emotions, manage myself. You know, I need to have more discipline when it comes to, like having rules and certain strategies set up in place so that I could just, learn how to cut it off and move forward. So needless to say, it's been a very, very interesting journey. So on the screen here, I'm logged into my Robinhood account. This is a desktop version. I really don't like it as much, but it's easier for everybody to see. So just so you guys can kind of see, I'll even show you, well, I guess you guys can't see it. I'll show you real quick. I'll show you my, that I'm logged into the app here. Let's see if I can see myself clearly here. Let me scroll back over here. Here we go. So right now it says I'm investing currently $126.20. So this is inside the Robinhood app. I just want to kind of show you guys, once again, it's the same account. And then I'm going to go ahead and share my screen back with you guys right now, and so you can see what's on the screen. So it's the same account, right? So I'm using the desktop version just because it's easier for you guys to see. So what I want to show you right here where the mouse is, you see it here, it says 1D, which means in 1 day. So this is today. Man, I've had a very interesting experience. I'm going to click on 3 months real quickly, because I want to show you how much money I started with initially. So this is how much money I've deposited into my Robinhood account. Now I'm using Robinhood because that's the account that I started to use back in the day in 2016, 2017. So I don't really know a lot better yet, and it's working for me, so I'm not gonna sweat the details too much. So right now I have deposited into my Robinhood account $102,000, almost $103,000. Literally, that's the money that I have put into my account. Okay, so the reason why I clicked on the 3M is just because I wanted to show you guys that that's the money that I put in. So if I click on 1 week right here at the bottom of the screen, you can see here that currently it says plus $32,000. One thing that is tricky about the stock market for me personally, which once again I need to set up more rules and stuff like that, is I find it super hard to not buy shares. I find it super hard to take my winnings and walk away. So I'm gonna have to really work on that, and that's a huge problem. Clearly, right? You need to be able to cut it off, take your profits, and run for the hills, type of thing. But it's very hard because on my watch list, I have a lot of things that I'm watching. My watch list is pretty freaking long here, and I've deleted some stuff. So there's a lot of stuff on the watch list that I watch, and it kind of gets me in trouble because I'm always like paying attention to different stocks. So right now, as we speak, stocks that I currently have shares with Macy's right now. So I have 10,000 shares with Macy's right at this minute as I'm doing the video, and I actually bought the shares for $8.92, which clearly I've lost some money because currently it's $8.84. And you can see here it shows you exactly what's going on, what my return is so far. So I bought 10,000 shares, and of course you can see that I ended up paying well, you can't see it, but I ended up paying $88,000, almost $89,000 for those 10,000 shares. And the reason why I decided to go with Macy's is because Macy's has quite a ways to go when it comes to, you know, kind of trying to get back to where they were. As you can see here on the screen, this is March. So in March, the shares were $12.99. In February, the shares were $16, so on and so forth. So my thinking, and this is going to be very interesting because I have a really hard time sitting still on some of these shares that I bought. But we'll see. My thinking is I have 10,000 shares, right? Clearly, if it goes up $1, that's going to be $10,000. And I've been able to get some success. Let me go ahead and go back. I've been able to get some success with the shares that I bought. The reason why I was able to make a substantial amount, my screen's kind of frozen, there we go. The reason why I was able to make a substantial amount of money is because I bought shares with American Airlines, and American Airlines kind of exploded. So what I want to do is I want to show you guys my journey today. This is what I've seen today as far as what my shares have done. So I already showed you guys my week, you know, my progress for the week. $33,000 currently right there, and of course it goes by the day. So this is June 1st, as you can see on the cursor on the screen. I still hadn't quite deposited the $102,000 in the account, and so then this is June 2nd. As you can see here, this is my experience so far with the stock market. This is June 3rd, and this is after I ended up losing $3,600. I cannot tell you how defeated I felt when I lost $3,600 because the company filed bankruptcy that I invested with. It was very hard for me to still pick up the pieces and still want to move forward, but I decided to do it anyway, thank goodness. And so then this is June 3rd, as you can see on the screen, and then here is June 4th. So June 4th, which was yesterday, Thursday, was pretty good day. I literally ended up making like $18,000 on Thursday, and I sold all my shares, and I had a nice amount of profit, but I just couldn't stay out, so I bought some more shares towards the end of the day, and then of course I lost some money. You don't really lose the money or gain it. You don't really lose your money unless you sell it, and the shares are cheaper. And the same thing with actually getting the money, right? Like you don't actually have the money unless you sell your shares when you're up. So so basically, so then it brings me to June 5th, which is today. Now, as you guys can see on the screen there, at 8:40 a.m., my account was up $144,000, and for the week I was up $51,000. Now, believe it or not, I was actually awake and I was watching it because I woke up this morning and I saw that American Airlines, the account, there was a lot of traffic overnight, after hour, and literally I woke up and it was like plus $10,000 in my account. It was great. So anyway, I was actually awake and I watched my account. Go from $144,000, as you can see here on the screen. I'll even show you guys today, right? So this is today. So as you can see, right? So this is pre-market here, which opens at 8 a.m. for me Central Time. And then this is the actual market, which opens at 8:30. So it's 8:30 to 3 p.m. Central Time for me. Okay, so I'm watching. My account goes up. I'm at 148,000 at some point. So I was up plus $26,000 today. I clearly didn't do anything. The account, American Airlines, it went down. I sold some shares. Then I think I got back in like a crazy person. So as you can see, this is my experience today. Friday, June 5th, because I, eventually decided, you know what, let me just take some profits, because I would hate for American Airlines to go down to a point where I'm not taking any profits at all. So the best thing to look at here, which is my 1 month, I just touched the 1M here on the screen. So I touched 1 month because it shows basically I started with $102,000. That's money that I deposited into my account. And so currently, like right now, if I sold my shares with Macy's, which I have 10,000 shares right here on the right hand side of the screen, if I sold my shares with Macy's right now and didn't do anything else, I would be up $23,000. Now, it was really $24,000, but of course I can't help myself. I had to go ahead and buy some more shares. So, I just wanted to kind of show you guys my journey once again for the week. This is my week snapshot. I am up $32,000 in a week. Now, once again, I want to make sure you guys know this is not normal. Okay, I was just very fortunate to have the insight to think about airlines. And it's very funny because, of course, people are like, man, don't do airlines, man. They might go bankrupt because XYZ. And of course, every and any company might go bankrupt. I mean, the thing is, like, unless you work for that company, you have no idea what's going on to some extent. Of course, you can do all the research that you want. I mean, researching is always the best thing to do. And I try to research as much as possible, but I guess you can have warning signs, right? They'll talk about the company needs a bailout, so on and so forth, and if you let those types of article kind of, dissuade you from continuing with the company, or, pulling the trigger on selling your shares, that's probably the only thing that you can kind of do to help you gauge anything. Otherwise, you're pretty much in the dark, you know what I mean? And so once again, I just really want to make sure that it's very, very clear to you guys that yes, I'm up right now in this moment, and I could take my money and run to the hills. But when I think about the stock market and what it is I want to do, I want to be able to make a substantial amount of money. I want to be able to make at least $2,000 a week, because I feel like $2,000 a week, is $100 and something thousand a year, which is pretty decent. I mean, I'm not, I'm not somebody that has consistently made six figures every year. So $100,000 a year trading stocks would be really, really cool. And I think it's very doable for me. I think one of the things that's really easy is the more money that you have to play with, the easier it can be. It can be for you to meet your goals. So that's pretty much going to be my goals. Like I said, $2,000 a week. And I am going to have to put in place a lot of different boundaries about what I do, what I choose to do in regards to the stocks. I'm really kind of all over the freaking place, to be honest with you, right? Like, I really want to be a day trader or a swing trader, which just basically means that you don't hold the stock overnight. A day trader just trades throughout the day. Swing trader means that you hold it, and you may buy and sell every couple of days or whatever. It doesn't matter what the actual definition is personally to me, but I want to do what I think is best to make the most profit. And one thing that is crazy about the stock market is that you can kill yourself not deciding to stay. Like there are countless transactions where I bought shares with American Airlines or even United. When I very first started this, I wanted to just buy shares with United, but I wasn't patient. And it's hard not to like beat myself up about not going with my first initial gut feeling, or my second gut feeling, or my third, or my 20th. The stock market can be really tricky like that. But anyway, I wanted to just kind of talk a little bit about that in the beginning of this video before addressing the regular credit stuff that I talk about. So hopefully you guys are in the comment section saying what's up. I see that we have 31 people in the live stream. Thank you guys for stopping through. Please be sure to smash that thumbs up. It helps tremendously. And if you have questions, please ask your questions. I will try my best to answer them as soon as I see them, type of deal. But yeah, this is a weird place for me to be talking about stocks and to even be doing it. But I didn't want to start a separate YouTube channel just to talk about stocks. I mean, like it's already enough work to get this one channel monetized and to get subscribers and whatnot. So anyway, let me jump into the chat here and say what's up to you guys. Chase King, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Muhammad, what's going on, my brother? Credit Advisor says, what's up, bro? Checking in. Thanks for stopping by. Catastrophe, what's going on, man? I got your email. I don't remember what it was about now, but I did get your email. So I know you were telling me that this is Catastrophe, and I'm like, all right, I got you. Chase King says, I bought tons of Spirit and Genius brand at 97. Yeah, Spirit was very good. Spirit was one of the ones that I initially decided to go with. When it comes to the stock market, for me personally, I am super aggressive about how many shares I have. Let me say what's up to the rest of you guys, and then I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Hey, Seuss, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Dave Sincere, what's up, my brother? He says, you betting big on the market. Yeah, I'm doing something. I mean, I'm kind of, yeah, I'm being really aggressive, and thank goodness it's worked out in my favor so far. Like I said, when I got slapped around in the beginning, though, it was not easy. And it's weird, like the stock market is not easy. Like people have like fantasies of maybe trading stocks and like making lots of money from it. Of course, you could, hope to get lucky and invest in a company and just let the money sit there, and then, later on it blows up and the shares are expensive and you made all this money. But that doesn't really happen often, so like to be one of the ones that are I'm able to make money in the stock market, and I consider myself a novice. I'm a newbie, like 1000%. You know what I mean? So for me to make money in the stock market is a big deal, and for me to make the amount of money that I've been able to make is a very big deal. So I'm very, very aware of that. What's going on, man? This guy, I don't know. It says Carnizzle. It says I bought $10 worth of oil stock and now it's 21. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Once again, I mean, you got to take a chance. And people always say like, don't invest any money in the stock market that you're not willing to lose. And that's tricky because I mean, I'm not willing to lose any money. Like I'm really, really frugal with my money. And so it's actually crazy that I'm risking so big, but of course, you risk big, you can win big. Of course, you can lose big too. So there's that. Hey, Diamond, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. She says it's Friday. Elbow cough. All right. Wind Twin, what's going on, man? He says the stock game confuses me. It's something, I tell you that. Ronald Anderson, what's going on? Thank you so much for that $10 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Says, what's up, Dwayne? You are the champion of the market. Dude, what's even like what's crazy is I really missed a lot of money. I could have been up $50,000. All I had to do was just keep the shares that I initially bought with, United Airlines, or even with Spirit, or even with American Airlines. But because of fear and because of not really knowing a lot, and nobody can really predict exactly what the market's gonna do. All people do is that like we know that if there's good news, that more than likely the shares are going to go up. The cost of the share is going to go up. If there's good news, that's normally how it works, right? If there's an earning call and of course it was a good review the last quarter or whatever, of course it's very possible that those things are going to affect the stock market or that particular stock in a positive way, just like negative news will affect it negatively and people will be selling their shares left and right. So it's not easy, to say the least. Dave says, I said last week not to give up on airlines. Warren Buffett did, and that's when I started buying once he sold. Yeah, that's funny. The government will not let airlines fail. Yeah, you mentioned that. I think you mentioned that for sure. Carnizel says, definitely looking at some of the banking stocks. Absolutely. And it says, not gonna lie, it's satisfying seeing my return slowly going up. No, absolutely, man. And that's why I want to be like very clear to people that like this is not normal, right? Like this is absolutely not normal. Now it's not like totally luck that I'm in the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? But I will say that it did go in my favor. And if I had the patience and the self-control just to literally like buy some shares and just let it sit, I would have been even sitting more pretty. Hey, Ronald, bro, it's not my birthday yet, man. The 24th of June. Close. 19 more days, but I appreciate the early birthday wish. Winton says, I haven't been on in a minute. Had to take a social media break. How long have you been trading, and what's your initial investment in the stock market? So my initial investment is $102,000, almost 103, right? And literally started trading on Friday, May 22nd, which I bought 2,500 shares with LTM, LATAM airline, and then they filed bankruptcy. I totally lost that. That totally sucked. So it's been like today is 2 weeks, but I mean in reality Tuesday after Memorial Day. So like yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I'll just say it's been 2 weeks. Listening to this while doing some taxes, looking forward to it. I dumped my Oxy today for 25% gain. Awesome, considering dumping Discover for 40% gain. Nice, sweet. Ulysses, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by the stream. I appreciate you. Dave Sincere says stock trading equals calculated gambling. Yeah, it's definitely gambling for sure, to some extent, right? I mean, I don't care what anybody says, right? Like I feel like a lot of there's a lot of people on YouTube that are gurus. It's so funny to me. They have all this set up and all this stuff, but at the same time, like it's not a perfect science, right? Like you have your things that you can use to kind of help guide you, but at the end of the day, the stock market is unpredictable, can be unpredictable. Win Twin, it says, what platform did you use go through to buy your stocks? I'm using Robinhood. I mean, it's not anything significant. I kind of want to jump on TD Ameritrade and try out the Thinkorswim platform just because I know it's really popular. But for me right now, it's just a lot. It's a lot to look at. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot that I would still have to learn if I was like really trying to nerd it out. One of the things in regards to like the stock market is that like people make money by selling their shares, right? You buy low, you sell high. Well, people also make money when stocks go from being high to falling. And so that's something I know nothing about. There's a lot that I could learn in regards to that. Like if I wanted to do more or probably make more money, like that would be good to kind of have that knowledge. But as of now, I'm not even tripping about it, to be honest with you. Ant Stan, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Appreciate you. Dave Sincere says the 24th. No kidding. Mine is the 25th. Fellow Cancerian. Yes, sir. Yes. Hey, man. No wonder why you so cool, bro. So yeah, what I'm gonna do right now, I just want to show you guys. I'm gonna show you my my screen here in just 1 second. But the reason why I wanted to show you my screen is because when it comes to the stock market, like I'm being really aggressive, and I just kind of want to show you guys some of my history. I'm still learning. Okay, I want to show you guys some of my history as far as with American Airline, right? So this is American Airline, and here's what's incredible. So back on June 2nd, I bought 6,000 shares and it cost me $66,000, right? So so I made a little bit of profit, right? Like literally a little bit of profit. You see it here, the difference here. It wasn't that much, right? And this was because I had just experienced the traumatic experience of the company filing bankruptcy. And so the reason why I buy so many shares is because when the stock goes up like 30 cents, right? So let's say I have 6,000 shares and let's say it goes up 30 cents. If it goes up 30 cents, that is $1,800. Like that's all I need for the day. Of course, if it goes down 30 cents, it's negative $1,800. But that's why I buy so many shares. So as you guys can see, right, I have 6,000 shares. I bought some more again, and I bought 6,500 shares this time right here on the screen, right? And so yeah, you can. I mean, that's pretty much it. Look here, back on June 4th, right? Yesterday, I bought 7,000 shares. Now, American Airline right now is trading. Let me see. I bought 7,000 shares. Let's see how much I bought it for. 7,000 shares, and it was $12.96, right? So right now, American Airline is, how much is it? Let's see, whenever the computer decides to get it together. Okay, so $12.96. Right now, it's $18. So let's do $12.96 minus $18.50. So that's $5.54. Now I had 7,000 shares. Now if I had sat still, right, that would be over 35. That would be $38,000. I mean, the minus is there, but it would be $38,000. So I'd even be up more. So the stock market, like I said, it's tricky, but like for me personally, I always buy a lot of shares because I'm trying to just maximize how much profit I can make, because it's going to be different. Like if somebody has an account, okay, go back to the day here. If somebody has an account, you know, and they can't purchase a lot of shares, you know, there's a lot of factors. Like a lot of people want to look at like what I'm doing. Somebody's going to look at this video and like have a lot to say about what I should have did and how I blah, blah, blah. But there are a lot of factors when it comes to the stock market. How much money you have to invest will determine how much you're willing to pay for per share. How aggressive you want to be or how desperate you want to be is going to influence how you interact and what decisions you make. And it's going to cloud your judgment, and it's going to make you make decisions that you shouldn't necessarily make. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure somebody's going to say that I should never buy that many shares. You know, why would you tie up so much of your money to buy some shit? Like, so it's crazy. There's a lot of different ways that people can be successful in the market. And like I said, I am by no means a professional. I'm a newbie, very much a newbie, and I'm learning the ropes. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm doing here. Let's see here. Dave says TD Ameritrade TOS is very good. There's a lot of training videos, but the ones made by TD Ameritrade has been the best, better than any YouTube. Yeah, I mean, which should make sense, right? I would hope that their videos would be the best. I know that that's a good platform. Once again, I know there's a lot going on there, so I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do all that, but I hope that I can continue to invest and play in the stock market. You know, like I said, I'm very aware that this was, you know, a big deal. Like I'm very, very fortunate to be in a position to be up. One of the things that I have to personally deal with is learning how to manage. You know, I sure would hate to lose once I'm up. And you know, a lot of people like they want to do like a set it and forget it type of thing, but I can't do that. I feel like I got to look at it, which is like torture, because I have issues. Like the market goes up and down, I go up and down. So I'm gonna have to learn how to manage that. Catastrophe says, I'm using the Cash App platform to trade stocks. I'll let you know how it goes in a few weeks. All right, cool, man. Sounds real good. Sounds real good. But yeah, man, listen, that's pretty much it. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I wanted to do the video and show you guys And instead of like shooting the video and editing it, I was like, you know what, let me do a lunchtime live stream. It's been a while, so I decided to jump on. Excuse me, I decided to jump on here and do a lunchtime live stream real quickly. Listen, if you guys have questions, especially about credit cards and how to make money using credit cards, be sure to ask those questions. I guess if you have questions about the stock market, but I'm the wrong person. Once again, I'm a total novice when it comes to this. I'm a newbie. I'm as new as they get. I'm in pre-K right now. You know what I mean? So hopefully, like I said, my goal is to kind of show my journey with you guys. And so far, it's been good. Hopefully, it will continue to go well. You know, we'll see. Don't get emotional about trading. My biggest losses were due to emotional trading. No, for sure. I mean, yeah, you know, like, of course, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, I got a lot to learn in that department. You know what I mean? Like honestly, today, I should have just like take my 24 G's that I was up by 24 G's and just chilled until next week. But like I find myself like going back and looking, you know, and that's why I ended up buying some shares with Macy's, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure their stock's gonna go back up. And I'm thinking, well, 4th of July is coming up. Now, of course, this is all stuff that I'm thinking about. And then the crazy thing is like, the next time y'all see me, I won't even have any shares with Macy's. So there's a lot that I still have to learn. Like I said, I'm just glad now that I'm finally on the green side of this experience, because when I was down $3,600, I was very upset, like very, very upset. So there's that. Carnizzle says, hey, don't worry, I'm completely new to stocks, so I've been investing a little bit at a time. Yes, sir. Cycler Gamer, I don't know that there's a way to pay your, I mean, you could pay your mortgage possibly with your credit card, but you'd have to go through some kind of processor. Like you'd have to use plastic, that's PLASTIQ. You would have to go through something like that in order to pay like your mortgage. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure most mortgages you can't pay on a credit card, but you know, there are kind of ways around it type of deal. As far as car note, no, I don't think so. I not to my knowledge. It would be cool though, because it'd be super easy to accumulate a bunch of cash back or points if we could pay those things on credit cards. Trust me, everybody would win bigly. Bigly. I'm laughing. That's funny. I'm laughing because that's a Donald Trump word. That's why I'm laughing about that. That's kind of funny. Anyway, guys, like I said, if you have any questions, please go ahead and slap them in the live chat right now. And if you do not, I'm going to be out of here. You guys need to enjoy your weekend. I will try to do the same. And of course, I'll be back again for another How to Build Credit TV live stream on Monday. Or of course, I will be talking about credit. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the live stream. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Once again, my name is Dwayne with How to Build Credit TV, and I approve this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Peace.